I got this inexpensive electric spray gun from Intercraft because fairly recent my girlfriend was in a wreck to where I had to replace one of the front fenders, and unfortunately I couldn't find the matching color, which is carbon bronze pearl. So that's why I went ahead and picked up the OEM paint right over here from Eastwood so that we can paint match the fender to the OEM paint and also paint match this black bumper that's on here as well. And the first step we need to take is to remove this bumper. Now that we got the bumper off, we can go ahead and grab our sander, start sanding this down. And I'm actually gonna keep the fender on the car, but obviously we need to sand this down and paint it as well. Also guys, if you're curious what sander I'm using a Bauer sander from Harbor Freight that I picked up for only $55 and it's doing the job pretty good, so I'm happy with it. Okay guys, I was just sanding for around 20 minutes and you can see a couple of the sections that I got. I got this top portion right here, and I also got this side of that portion, and I also got right here on this middle. So pretty much the middle of the bumper is done with the 220 because I also got this side right here. Now this side doesn't look as good as that side, but we're just still on the 220 grit. We still got the 400 grit to smooth things up. So we're just gonna keep going in little sections like that. Okay guys, so I finished up with the 220 grit on the whole bumper, sand it pretty evenly, and I also ended up getting the insides. It's looking pretty good with the 220. And before I go ahead with the 400 with this, I'm actually gonna go over to the fender and knock this down with 220 first, and then go over both with the 400. And I just sanded down the whole fender with 220 grit, and it's feeling and looking pretty dull, as you can see. Run my hand right across it, and we're just gonna jump straight to the 400. It honestly took like way less time than the bumper did because the bumper's got all those different curves and angles and stuff like that. Fender is just really straightforward. It's also one of the easiest things to paint on a car as well. Pretty simple, and I got my 400 grit sandpaper right here, so let's get to it. And once again, it didn't take me long to go ahead and sand over this with the 400 grit, and I could just glide my hand across this fender. That's what we want after we sanded it with that 400. Just a really smooth surface, something nice to lay that paint on. So all the sanding is done with the fender and the bumper, so I went ahead and masked some stuff off so we can get ready to spray our primer. Now, we still got the fender on the car. We got a bumper on the stand all the way back there that I need to bring over here so we can spray that too, because we're gonna be spraying them pretty much at the same time so we have the same amount of flash time for each coat. Also, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we're gonna be using an electric spray gun from Intercraft. And even though it's electric, it still says it's high volume, low pressure, and it's called the Drizzle X. So let's open it up and see what we got in here. Say goodbye to the compressor, because all you gotta do is just plug this puppy into the wall and you can start spraying. Now this isn't fully assembled. Looks like we gotta open some other stuff too. And it looks like it comes with lots of stuff. Oh wow. And here go our different nozzle tips right here. We got our 1.8 nozzle tip right here. This green one is our 1.3 tip. I like the bigger tips, but We're gonna be using the smaller ones today, and our 1.5 tip. And we also got our brushes to clean the inside of our spray gun, so that's really good. And this isn't the first Intercraft spray gun we used. In my last video, I used their Drizzle D1, which is your conventional spray gun that hooks up to your air compressor, and that worked really good as well. And also came with lots of goodies like this right here. We got tons of paint liners, along with the paint cup that we can measure it in. There we go. And it should lock right into place. There we go. So that was pretty simple and easy to set that up. And here I am just mixing up that primer real good before we go ahead and spray it. And I decided I was gonna start with the bumper since I've never used a spray gun before. I felt like it was better to test it out on that rather than the fender. Now we do want good finishes on both, but I feel like it was just easier to get used to the spray gun using it on the bumper. And it was also a really, really windy day to be spraying. It was hot, good weather, about 80 degrees, but yeah, the wind was just super bad, so it was definitely messing with our coverage, along with me also never using the spray gun before. But it was doing a lot better on the fender than on the bumper, I noticed. But like I said, that wind, we just couldn't get away from it. You could see the masking paper and everything just flying all around. Okay guys, so we finished up with the primer on the fender and the bumper with the electric spray gun. I also went ahead and sanded it down with 400 grit after, so it's pretty smooth. And now for the base coat and the clear coat, we're gonna go ahead and switch over to the air gun. Now we're back over to our paint station, and we got our OEM paint right here, the Carbon Bronze Pearl. And I never sprayed like actual OEM paint before, so this will be my first time. And this is some good stuff, it's not cheap. About $160 just for this quart right here. And I got the ready to spray, so we don't have to mix it with anything. And I'm making sure that I'm using a paper filter to pour my paint into my paint cup so we don't have any dirt or debris in our paint. And we still do have to mix it up to get that blend to match the panel because it doesn't really come the color of the car. And here I am laying down that first coat of base, and I'm doing pretty good with my coverage. Remember, you don't want to chase full coverage on that first coat. You still have 2 more coats left to make sure that you're getting full and good coverage. Now, this is only my 3rd time spray painting, and I definitely have to admit this time is my favorite. There's something about spraying this OEM color and paint matching versus changing a car to an entirely different color because you're just thinking about the result and wondering if it's going to be perfect or a little bit off, and overall it's just very good paint. And I chose to cover up the panels, not blend into another panel. That definitely makes it a lot harder than blending, but I'm still sure we'll get a good result, and I'm not too worried. And you're probably wondering why we moved to the garage, and that's because it started raining. Right after I finished that second coat up on the fender and the first coat on the bumper, it just started to pour down, and I expected it to start raining around 7 p.m., but it started around 3 p.m., so just moved it into the garage and kept doing what I had to do. Oh yes, finally, my first time not spilling clear coat everywhere. And then we moved on to spraying the clear coat, and I'm going to be doing 3 coats on the fender and 3 coats on the bumper with this clear coat. And this is finally where we get to see if our paint match is doing the job, because this clear coat is going to start to bring out that gloss and shine, and then we'll be able to compare the panels once everything is cured and all the masking tape is off. And obviously I love spraying the color, but this definitely has to be my favorite thing to spray. There's just something about seeing your reflection in that panel the more you start to lay that clear coat down. Okay guys, so we finished spray painting. As you can see, we got the fender out, we got the bumper out, all the masking tape is off, and it's been about 2 days since I painted, but it was raining these past 2 days, so we just let it sit, had a cover on it, and now we finally get to look at it. And it honestly looks pretty good. I don't see too many imperfections. I see some orange peel right over here on this right side right here. There is some orange peel, but the left side of the fender, I don't really see any. And overall, the fender came out really good. And also, it's a really similar color for me not blending and only paint matching. All around, I think the fender looks pretty close to the color that was already on the car. And then we go over to the bumper, and that looks pretty good as well. Now, the bumper didn't come out as great as I would like it. It was a bit harder to spray. I'm not too good at spraying bumpers yet, but I think it still came out pretty glossy. But there is still some imperfections on this car's paint. If we come over to the passenger side fender, we can see some rust starting to show up right here on the wheel arc. And then also even on this side of the fender, we could see a really big rust spot. And this is just gonna continue to spread. Gotta fix this up eventually. So let me know, guys, if you think it's worth getting a new fender and painting that, or trying to touch up and paint this fender. And then we also got some problems going on with the wheels. We got lots of scratches on this front wheel and the rear wheel on this side. So let me know if y'all want to see me paint these a different color or the same color, or if I should just get new wheels. We also got some problems over by the trunk as well. We got lots of scratches all over this trunk, and there's also even some dents as well. I know that we definitely have to fix these things, and once we fix those things, the outside of the car will be pretty good. But thank you guys for watching this video, and stay tuned for the next one.